What's up and welcome to another film study in the Sixers break room. We're going to be taking a look at the Boston Celtics going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, I know some of you might be thinking they played the Raptors last night. Why are we taking a look at the Timberwolves film? Well, because most of their starters did not play last night. Tatum didn't play, Brown didn't play, and we know Robert Williams is injured. Hope he gets back soon, man. Even as a Sixers fan, you hate to see a guy go down. Like, I just want to see good basketball come playoff time. There's some speculation as to whether Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are unvaccinated, and is that why they didn't play against the Raptors? You know, I know they were technically out, it said, with some knee soreness or whatever, but there's people who think that maybe they're just not vaccinated, and in Toronto you need to be. So, but enough of that. Let's break down the film. A lot of you guys have been asking me to take a look at the Celtics defense, so we're going to start off this break room with some defensive plays. There you have Marcus Smart jumping into the passing lane, turning defense into early offense. Marcus Smart does a great job of anticipating on defense, and he's able to jump this pass. It's a little bit of a casual pass, but you're not really expecting this guard to be so aggressive this early in the shot clock. But Marcus Smart will catch you sleeping, and when he does, it's an easy 2 points the other way. Here's just another example of Marcus Smart doing Marcus Smart things, right? Like, it starts with a turnover on offense. I'm going to be talking about the backdoor cuts that Jaylen Brown is accustomed to using. But it starts with a turnover from Smart. And again, he's just anticipating. His anticipation is elite. Jumps the pass right there. Once again, defense turning into offense. I mean, Marcus Smart is the kind of guy, if you're not paying attention to where he is at all times, you are bound to give up easy steals going the other way for 2 points. Here you have a bit of a horn set that the Timberwolves are running. And you're going to see the Celtics do a great job defensively. They really play off-ball screens so aggressively. Like, you can see Derek White is anticipating this pass. He's seen the film. He scouted them. He knows their sets, right? He knows that this reversal is coming. So rather than fighting underneath the screen or over the screen, he's just going to turn and jump this screen. This is something that you do when you watch film and you watch tape and you know what another team is trying to do. He does a great job anticipating, gets his hand in the passing lane, and it's going to be an easy 2 points the other way. The Boston Celtics are the best defensive team in the NBA for a reason. They play aggressive. They get up in passing lanes, and any casual pass, they will turn the other way for 2 points. You love to see it. One thing that I do think that the Celtics are going to miss is rim protection. Robert Williams was their key rim protector. I'm not sure that they have another guy that's going to protect. Actually, I know for a fact they don't have another guy that's going to protect the rim at such a high level as Robert Williams, but do they have anybody that can kind of pick up the slack here? You got the Timberwolves trying to space the floor. They feel like they have a mismatch with Karl-Anthony Towns at the top of the key. Rip by. First of all, great defense, great one-on-one defense here. And you see Robert Williams doing a great job anticipating. Now, the key thing here to talk about is it's not just Robert Williams sliding over and going to block this shot. Let's also take a look at Jaylen Brown here, right? So the way that this rotation is supposed to happen is Robert Williams is going to slide over to try to help protect the rim. If Jaylen Brown does not slide down here, right, and occupy this spot, Karl-Anthony Towns sees that he has this dump off to the big. But Jaylen Brown does a great job of sliding down. Marcus Smart is in a tough spot. You wish that Marcus Smart was a little bit lower so that he could see both. Right now, maybe he sees this guy in his peripheral. He definitely doesn't see this guy. So Marcus Smart has to get down in this area here. You see Jason Tatum is doing a good job of plugging the lane a little bit to close up some space, but he has to be worried about the kick out to a corner three. I've said it a million times in the NBA, you do not want to give up corner threes. And as we play this slow here, you're going to see once again, Jaylen Brown is trying to take this pass away. Robert Williams does a great job of protecting the rim, and that's a block, and that's something that the Celtics are going to miss with him being out with an injury. Let's take a look here at this horn set that the Celtics have been running. I've broken it down a few times on tape. I just really love this set, but there's something that I want to point out on this particular instance, because I think it's something to look at moving forward if you're a Celtics fan. So we have this horn set here, which starts with a little throw to Derek White in the slot area. You have the point guard who's going to go over the top, and you have this pin down screen for Jason Tatum to come off of it. Now, we've seen this run with Robert Williams being the guy at the elbow setting the pin down a lot. Now, Robert Williams was available for this game, but as we know, he's hurt. And something that we noticed that would happen a lot is that as I continue this here, when you had that pin down screen and Robert Williams in the game, you often had a slip here if he sensed that the big was not defending him or not really playing close enough to be able to recover after helping. When we were breaking down the film against, I believe it was the Jazz, you had Hassan Whiteside, who was playing too high up. He left too much space. Robert Williams immediately slipped here, and you had an alley-oop pass over the top. Without Robert Williams here, you have this pin down screen, but you don't get any of that action from the big afterwards, right? Like, he sets the screen, and now you're going to see he does roll a little bit here to the basket, right? So he does set the screen and then roll, which is good. He's still open here. Jason Tatum can make this pass, and it's an easy 2 points. But it is something to keep an eye on if you're a Celtics fan, how dynamic or how much more free-flowing the offense is when you had a guy like Robert Williams, who is very good at reading the defense, slipping screens, popping back to the ball, doing all these things that were kind of off script that you may not see now that he's not in the game. Good Jason Tatum pull up. I'm just going to bring it back one more time. So again, you get this down screen, and again, no slip right away. Jason Tatum jump shot. It's still a very good look, but it's just something to think about as a Celtics fan. If you didn't realize the impact that he had while he was here, I think you're really going to feel his absence. Same action here with Robert Williams. Now, again, take a look at the difference, right? So you're getting this pin down, Robert Williams with Jaylen Brown coming off. Now you're going to see he doesn't slip it super early, but he does slip it a tad bit earlier, and you're going to see the difference that this makes when you're playing defense. So we just saw the clip where we had a delayed roll to the basket. Take a look at the difference here when you get an earlier slip to the basket. So he goes quick, and watch this defender right here. That quick roll forces this defender to slide over and help. And what does that do? That's going to free up a shooter wide open in the corner, causing Pat Beverly here to react. And then you get the one more to Jason Tatum for an open jump shot, right? Like, that's the kind of difference that Robert Williams makes. He's able to read the defense, force a guy to make a decision, and if he doesn't get the open shot, he's still opening it up for the next guy. Something I really love about Jaylen Brown's game is the way he moves without the basketball, right? He creates easy opportunities for the Celtics because of his movement away from the ball. So here, he has the whole lane. There's no help defense, right? It's something simple. You would think everybody would do it, but they don't. He's just going to basket cut. Marcus Smart with a great pass. Patrick Beverly's not looking, so, he knows he's not going to get a hand on the ball. Great pass, backdoor cut, and it's an easy 2 points. Jaylen Brown moves so well without the ball. Here you have another example of Jaylen Brown, who starts his possession in the corner, moving without the basketball. As this play develops, you're going to see Marcus Smart is going to drive, and he draws the attention of Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards right here is staring at the ball. He has no idea where Jaylen Brown is. A good rule of thumb, if your man loses sight of you, you cut back door, because on any kind of ball fake or on any kind of reversal, Anthony Edwards has to try to relocate Jaylen Brown. So you don't want to be in the same spot you were the last time he saw you. You want to move. He look, right there, that sudden movement. Anthony Edwards looked to his left. Jaylen Brown is already gone, right? Jaylen Brown is gone. He's cutting back door, and now he's going to get an easy 2 points, and it's all because of that initial cut. He sees Anthony Edwards lose his sight of him. I'm gone. Backdoor cut, easy 2 points. Jaylen Brown moves so well without the basketball. Let's take a look at this possession here from the Celtics offense. Here you have a stagger screen, meaning it's a double screen. Screener 1, screener number 2. Now, with a guy like Jaylen Brown who can shoot the ball, as a defender, you really want to call what's lock and following. You want to get real close. You want to body up. And as he's coming over the top of this screen, you want to be trailing him, right? What that does when you're trailing him coming off of this screen is it forces him to catch it and go to the basket, right? Or curl the screen and get to the basket. And you can see here that the defense is actually set up for that to happen. As we play this a little bit, you can see this defender right here. He's dropping off of Robert Williams. The reasons why he's doing this is he's anticipating that Anthony Edwards will be over the top trailing the screen here. And now on the catch from Jaylen Brown, he has to drive middle to get to the basket. As you'll see, Anthony Edwards gets stuck on this second screen here. Because he gets stuck on that screen, Jaylen Brown has a wide open shot. Again, he tried to fight underneath the first screen and over the top the second screen. He made the job harder than it needed to be. If he just trails over the top of both of these screens, he forces a drive from Jaylen Brown down the center, right into help defender. He would have had to kick it out to Marcus Smart, who's not as good of a shooter as Jaylen Brown. So replaying this from the top, stagger screen, get stuck on the second one, bang. We've talked a lot about Robert Williams in this clip, and I think for a big reason, man. I mean, when you guys have seen the film studies that I've done, he always plays such a key part. I mean, it's because of plays like this. Robert Williams is completely out of the play right now, right? It's a dump into Jason Tatum, who has a mismatch, but he just keeps working, dives down the lane, put back slam. He just ran straight down the center of the lane. He just outworks guys, right? It's nothing special. He doesn't have to go around anybody. He just dives to the basket. I just want the ball more than you. 2 points. Take a look at this clip here, right? Take a look how he's constantly moving, relocating. It doesn't seem like much, but it is. Relocating. Now, because he moves with the basketball, he is in proper position to get this offensive rebound. Had he been lazy and hovering around the elbow like some guys do, he's not in this position, right? But because he's constantly moving, he's able to get inside. Let's mark him up. There's 1, 2, 3 guys, and I guess you can count 4 guys versus 1 Boston Celtic, but that 1 Boston Celtic just wants the ball more than everybody else, tips it around a little bit, give me that, and 1. Here's another example, right? Like Robert Williams starts right now in the dead spot, but look, he relocates, slides to the opposite block. It's small, but look, he puts himself in positions to just be effective, right? He's constantly moving without the basketball. Take a look at this one here. This shot goes up. He's getting boxed out by Anthony Edwards. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 Timberwolves players, right? And who comes up with the ball? Robert Williams. I just want it more than you. I just want the ball more than you. That kind of energy is absolutely contagious, and it makes such a big difference. I mean, he's good for 8 to 10 hustle points a game, right? And that's so big. 8 to 10 hustle points a game is so crucial once the playoffs come. That is my breakdown of the Boston Celtics against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, I didn't want to break down the Raptors game because they didn't have Tatum and Brown. I can't wait to see what this team looks like with Tatum and Brown and minus Robert Williams, as we know he's going to be out for at least a few weeks, hoping for a speedy recovery. Even as a Sixers fan, I want to see this guy back because I love good basketball, and the Celtics have been playing it. Sound off in the comment section below. What do you guys think of that Robert Williams injury, and what kind of impact do you think it's going to have on this Boston Celtics team? Are they still the team to beat? Are you expecting them to still look just as good? Or do you believe, like I believe, that Robert Williams was actually a very huge piece on both ends of the floor, and we're going to see a definite drop off from them? Let me know in the comment section below. If you liked the video, don't forget to like the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. This is the Sixers Break Room, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.